PRO. Can you kindly give us a briefing on the activity that we are witnessing today?
Thank you very much. As you are already aware, for the past 2 months, we've been doing this ongoing operation today growth, and recently, specifically yesterday, given the issue and taken notice, because we are aware that car dealers, their association, are setting to the government about the time to remove these cars because the place has been located for the allocated for them, but we had in highway, and this was acknowledged. Time was given to them 1 month notice for them to allow them to move because these are vehicles. And we understand that it's across the board. It's from Steam Corner going up to this up to the airport junction. There are vehicles around everywhere you move, people accident cars around. So we feel it's important. The government feels it's important that it is organized so that everybody knows when you need a car, you know a special location we have to go. And most importantly, this is on the road. What we are talking about here, as far as the operation clear the road is concerned, it's about security, road safety, and also to help mitigate the incident and accidents of accidents in the country. As such, today being the day, the first day, because they were given until December, so February, January, actually, that is the end of January. So by February 1st, that's today, that we should make sure that we should find that it's going to be good. So this is why yesterday we sent a notice to inform them that we are coming today. The operation clear the road will be on the ground from Steam Corner going. That anybody who is found wanting, meaning you've been defiant, you already through your association, you appeal to the government to give you 1 month to be able to do what you needed to do. And this has been approved for 1 month. Then anybody who actually did not do that, then is defiant of the fact. Not only the government is but even their associations. So going by that, this is why we are here today, and we are going to ensure that we do the needful. We ensure that we rules and regulations concerning the operation clear the road. That is to ensure that every vehicle, because this aspect is the vehicles, but not only the vehicle, but whatever is on the road that we are as we are going. But for them, it's special because they've been allowed for the period, and we expect that they should move from them. So today, this is what everybody is witnessing here. And what Mane and the team did is that invite, I know he will talk more about that. So I will just to tell everybody and also inform not only the car dealers, the vendors, to remind everybody that the operation clear the road is ongoing, the operation clear the road is serious, the operation clear the road is here to stay, the operation clear the road is meant to enhance our development agenda, road safety, reduce incident in this country, which is very important as far as the Gambia is concerned, because we are aware that the accident rate as per country, we are at a high rate. And considering the environment, we understand that most of the issues as a result of factors that we as people are the ones responsible. So we ask the people also to ensure that we remove all those factors, to ensure that we maintain and come to a level where it's acceptable. We can't say that within the accident, but at least it's an acceptable rate. So this is why the government, in collaboration with all stakeholders involved, working tirelessly to ensure that operation clear is a success. It must be a success because it's for the development of this country, and that's for everybody, not just for the government. That's for even the single person working on the road, the pedestrian working on the road, the one selling vendors in the market. So it's not a matter of, okay, the operation clear the road as usual, the Gambia mom, 1 month, 2 month operation, that's not the issue. The issue is that this operation clear the road is an operation that has to succeed. And meaning, not just by the task force members, but even Gambians, because everybody, this affects everybody, not just us. The Gambian in this country needs to be safe whenever he goes out of his home for business, to work, or whatsoever. So for this to succeed, we have to come together. And we have seen that over the period, that Gambians came together to ensure that this, which is one of its kind in this country, is sustained. And I'm asking everybody, every Gambian, I'm asking the journalists, I'm asking the security personnel, I'm asking vendors, I'm asking any person, even the pedestrian on the road, to respect the traffic regulations, to respect the road regulations, and people are selling around, whether cars, businesses, whatever you are doing on the road. One thing we need to understand, the road belongs to the people. We don't want people to personalize the road and only use them for their individual interest alone. If you would have to, if you want to use it for individual interest, there are regulations for that. National Road Authority is there where you go and register, or you apply for whatever you want to do on the road. They would come and assess and see whether that thing that you want to put on the road is allowed. If it is allowed, a certificate will be given to you, and they will tell you what is required of you, how to maintain that place. but it's important that we maintain the safety on the road. Thank you.
You talked about sustaining the operation, emphasizing that it is here to stay. For those who had violated, you know, the laws of this country when it comes to roads, some of them were arrested. We've seen some enforcement being done by the police. What has been the outcome of that? Because the outcome of that will determine whether it will be sustainable or not.
Yes, thank you very much. This is very relevant because, like you said, at the beginning of the operation, we have had arrested people, and still we are arresting people, and we will take them to court for the court to decide. But we understand that there are challenges to this, and we're trying to put our house in order to ensure that this is mitigated, and that is still ongoing. To ensure that the challenges, we may not go to the specifics of those challenges, but however, it is on our side. Understand it. So those challenges are what we are working towards to ensure that all people who are arrested, I know others are still reporting on bail, but to ensure that we are able to take them to court and necessarily accept it. And this is something that the task force is looking into very, very well. Even this morning when we are having a meeting, we understand that it's not only to arrest people, because what happened is that the government is saying that, okay, if arrested 10 people, what happened to 10 people arrested? They are taken to the police station, they've been detained, they've been bailed, and they are reporting on them. Is that the end? That is not the end. But the reason for that at the beginning was just to show people that we are serious about this. But the fact that we are moving people from their livelihood, we don't want to add additional burden on them, taking them to court, putting so much fine on them and all that. This is why, as a form of a warning, this was the reason why when they were arrested, they were released. Most of them wouldn't even spend the night there. But just for them to be uncomfortable, just for them to understand that these are challenges, for them to understand that we are really serious about this. But the way it is going, as I speak to you, I use this road, you know, but I see that many people have started coming back on the road where we have cleared. Look at the Brikama Serakunda highway, we go into the Serakunda market and all that. But I assure you, because we are having meetings and trying to put in place modalities to ensure this all of these things are mitigated, and we may not say that as of now, we want to preempt that, but plans are in place to ensure that this is one of them. I've always said that the Gambia Police Force on our part is that the Inspector General of Police is coming up with what we got highway patrol. And as I speak to you, a few weeks ago we had a meeting at the police headquarters where we're trying to see how best, because when you are coming up with units and institutions, we are looking at everything holistically to ensure that the functions and required equipment to ensure this is sustained is in place. So that is also going to help in maintaining that road, because they will be under the mobile traffic as at the moment, but who knows, anything is possible. But for certain, the Gambia Police Force is taking a step in ensuring that this country. But again, it's not only their responsibility, but it's the responsibility of every law enforcement agent. The responsibility of every police officer on the road, whether you are a mobile traffic officer, whether you are a charge officer, but as long as you're a police officer, you are on the road, you see something that is not in accordance with our road, it's our responsibility as officers to address those issues. And this is what we are saying to our officers, this is what we are saying on our parents, this is what we are saying on our briefings. We are police officers, we don't have to wait until, you see things are happening and you say, I'm waiting for an order. Which order are you waiting for? Because you are in uniform for a reason, so that people don't do things that are not in line with the rules and regulations, especially before you. Oh, you passing them doing that, then what is your essence? So this is something that is happening, and the Inspector General of Police is at the head of affairs as far as police is concerned. The police is leading the coordination to ensure that this activity succeeds.
Any question from you for the PRO? Then we can have Mr. Mani, if that's fine. That's fine, no? Mr. Mani. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you very much, Mr. Mani. We just heard from PRO, and he has given us an overview of the activity today. How do you determine, exactly how do you determine who's applying the wrong side of the road so long as car dealers are on the side? How do you talk about
thank you so much, and I must thank you all, the press, for being with us since 3 months ago, and you never get tired of following us, which we commend you on behalf of the Executive Task Force. Coming to your question about the measurement, I'm not talking about the measurement where people are supposed to be, people not supposed to be. The measurement where you have been saying is regarding to this Battle Haddon Highway. I am saying the Battle Haddon Highway is a highway. It is not a secondary road. is a primary road. And here, where we are, on paper, is 40 meters from the center of the road to the perimeter of left and the perimeter of right. That is 40 meters. Where we are standing, you know the technicians, you don't need to be a technician. Where you are standing, you know this is not 40 meters. It's far less than 40 meters. What I'm telling him is, seeing the road being designed in the middle and stay there, you think that is you away from the 40 meters. That's what I'm trying to put it to him. And that is on 40 meters. This road, the design from the airport junction right away up to where you have a portal bridge before Gambia or before traffic light, you know, that's 30 meters. The road came with 30 meter design. So the 30 meters design, that's what they are implementing with this 2 carriageway, 6 lane, 3 lane on both sides, and including leaving the drainages. But that's not changing the original design or dimension here. That is the 40 meters. 40 meters is still on the road. What we are telling them is from that bridge up to Sting Corner is 25, reduced from 30 to 25 based on the design of the road. And you design the road based on the data that you collected on the ground. That will determine, or that would involve the volume of traffic on the road whatsoever. So this the design of this road has nothing to do with the 40 meter. The 40 meter is still here to stay. That's what I was putting it to him. Even when we had to measure, it will go up to the next fence. So meaning where his car park is within. And I also started saying the laws governing having a GD driver's license, GD license. GD means general dealer's license, for you to be able to sell cars in this country. There are laws governing that. So before you can have that license, there are conditions that you must fulfill. One is the measurement from, if we are within the road or along the road, from the measurement minimum is 50 meters from the road, whether it's feeder or highway. And 75 meters is the maximum. And that is one condition. The second condition is where you are selling your car supposed to be enclosed, fully fenced, 4-sided, and it should have an enclosed door, meaning it should not be visible outside. And that is the condition. Which of the all these conditions that I just said, he failed. All right. And the other one that I was saying is the government allocated, they have an association. All these car dealers in this country, they form an association. Now, an association meaning they should be speaking one language. There should be a central coordinating point for them. They had us when we started clearing. Now, this road clearing involved removing illegal structures, encroachment, car vendors, and on which include the car selling or mechanic garages on the road. Within the road corridor, nothing should be there other than movement. And this aspect that we started this a month ago. We started here clearing them. We went up to Kotu. But we understood that they gathered themselves through their association executive and met the executive through the ministry, which they were given an extension 1 month, which expired yesterday, 31st of December. And on the 1st was made very clear to them that our team will come on the ground, and any car that we found on the ground will tow the car and take them. So that's why we're here. Those are the things that I was trying to put it to him for them to understand.
Mm-hmm. So, more spaces, of course, these are public spaces. They were illegal, encroachment, and as a result of which now they've been enforced. When these spaces are created, you work with the National Roads Authority. People are, asking questions. What next are we going to do with these spaces?
Thank you. Specifically, Batin Hadid Highway, and we had a very bad record in the Gambia. Where people squatter anywhere within the public space, do whatever you want. And this operation came in to change that dimension. And Batin Hadin has a special control, meaning even the type of building people had to build on along this road has a control, meaning even the deck, there's supposed to be a certain limit of the structures before you are allowed to do. So it's a sensitive road, right? If we have this road And now government is saying, let's go back to the drawing board and also utilize the space that we have for public easement, and that the road will come. Apart from this road, we expect another service lane to come. What I mean service lane, this is a freeway. From Sting Corner, you don't have any traffic distribution point other than somewhere around the bridge, Kairaba. All right, people living around here, you're not expecting them to be using this, because the moment they climb up, they have nowhere to come down. So these areas are going to be developed, service lane later in the future. That is phase 3. So spaces are going to be utilized. We started talking about the places that we even clear, that we need to redesign our road corridor, whether roads are going to be expanded, or we're going to do pavement against the property end so that the environment will look healthy. Also do some creational parking lot, recreational facilities along the road, or even parking lots where people can come in and park your car and pay. And that is income generation, and also is going to create employment for the area, the use of the area. So this thing that we are doing is as a development. But the primary reason why we're doing the PRO mentioned that, and now I think is well trained to be a safety engineer, because he knows all the safety aspect. It's purely for safety. We here, our operation is here to save life, make life easier for road users, especially the vulnerable ones. We all know how it was difficult to fly on our roads when you were traveling, and even people who own businesses, they claim ownership of the place where this place their goods or so. So pedestrians are not even there enough to tamper with that. You have a problem. So a public space is a public space. It's for everybody. So the moment you want to enclose that, meaning you are showing ownership, which is not right. It's not in conformity with our laws. So basically, we will try by all means as government to utilize the spaces, and people coming up, we notice they come in. But this is a learning point. It's everyday learning for the executive as well, as we are clearing. We are learning very fast, and we are coming with mitigations to make sure and some of these things, will be a thing of the past. It's just step 1. Step 2 will come, and life goes on.
Thank you. Any other questions? Thank you so much, Mr. Manager.